What's up, worldwide? This is Ali Brathwaite, and you are now tuned in to the True to the Game.biz podcast. And I'm about to put you on to some game. Do you know the number one reason why people are broke? People are broke because they have a broke mindset. People aren't broke because they don't have money, or because they're in debt, or because they have poor money management skills. They were broke long before any of that. Those are just the symptoms of the broke mindset. There was a time when I was living the 9-to-5 life. I had a job, but I was making just enough to pay bills. I remember when I used to get a raise, I used to be so happy. A raise meant extra money. Extra money meant I could do extra stuff. But to my surprise, the extra money still went to bills. No matter how much I had, it would always go to bills. It seemed like the more money I made, the more bills I had to pay. But you see, this is one of the signs of a broke mindset. A broke mindset doesn't understand financial responsibility. A broke mindset doesn't know how to budget. And most times, it's not even their fault. We weren't taught financial responsibility in school. Yeah, there were a few classes on accounting and budgeting, but we need more than a few classes. Finance, I would argue, plays a major role in determining our decisions in life. Our finances or lack thereof determines where we live, what we drive, what we eat, what we wear. Our finances is a determining factor for some to decide if they're ready for marriage. Are they ready to have kids? What schools are their kids gonna go to? Finances or a lack thereof can make a child decide if they wanna go to school and get an education, or if they're gonna go to the streets to make money to help mama pay the rent, keep food on the table, and keep the lights on. Do you know what's the number one reason couples get divorced? Finance. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce because they can't see eye to eye on finance. So why do we take financial responsibility lightly when it plays a heavy role in our life? And why couldn't I get ahead in life when I was working my 9-to-5? No matter how much money I had, I couldn't get ahead. All I kept saying was, if I had more money, I would be good. I thought more money was the answer, but it wasn't. Like Puffy said, the more money we come across, the more problems we see. For the broke mindset, more money equals more problems. For the broke mindset, more money equals more bills, more debt. Isn't that what we do? We get more money and then we find a way to add another bill to the ones we already have. We get a little bit more money and all of a sudden a credit card comes in the mail. It's as if they knew we got that little bit of extra money. Aren't you tired of being broke? I was tired of being broke, but guess what? Being tired is a start, but it's not enough. I was tired of being broke, but I still had the broke mindset. And for those of you who don't know what the broke mindset is, let me break it down for you. Let me put you on to some game. Signs of the broke mindset. You have a mountain of bills and an anthill of money. You got bills coming in every day, but a paycheck only coming in 2 times a month. Second sign. Everyone you hang out with are on your level. If all of y'all are broke, how do you expect to get ahead? What happens when we hang around people who are just like us? We get comfortable. If all of y'all are on the same level, that means that no one is striving for anything. Y'all are just comfortable where you are. Broke plus broke equals broke. Another sign is you have a daily routine that keeps you broke. You get up the same time, you go to the same job, hang out with The same co-workers, the same people. You may come home, watch Netflix, eat, take a shower, go to sleep, and then the next day you do it all over again. You're doing nothing to change your situation. Another sign is a lot of us just can't see past broke. We can't see us having money. We've been broke for so long that when we get a little bit of extra money, we lose our mind. We want to play catch up. We're going to spend every dime of that little bit of money because, you see, we've been taught how to be consumers, how to spend. That's all we do is spend and spend. But we weren't taught to be savers or to be investors. And why is that? That brings me to the next sign of the broke mindset. We don't save. We have nothing in the bank. As a matter of fact, our accounts are in the negative. Again, going back to financial responsibility, something that we weren't taught in school, something that we're not trying to learn now, and you want to know why you're broke. Another sign is we don't dream big enough. There's a saying that says, if you can make your dream come true by yourself, then it's not big enough. Some of us don't, when a person may say, well, listen, you're very smart, you're very intelligent, why don't you start your own business? Oh, no, I can't do that. Me start my own business? Oh, nah, I'm good. We can't even see ourselves owning our own business. We can't see ourselves owning houses. That's why we rent. A lot of us, because it's like, me owning a house? Oh no, I can't do that. That's not in the cards for me, because we just can't see ourselves in a big house. Us owning a new car? Oh, nah. A lot of us are afraid to dream big. And why are we afraid? Because deep down inside, we know that we cannot make that dream come true. And you know what? You're right. You cannot make that dream come true by yourself. But if you get around people who dream like you dream, who, and this is important, striving to make their dreams a reality, then y'all can come together and y'all can make each other's dreams come true. That's how these successful people are doing it. They're not out there by themselves, even though they may call themselves solopreneurs. They're not doing it on their own. No one who is successful is doing it on their own. They have help. They have a team. They have mentors. They have employees. They have spouses, whoever it is that's either backing them, giving them motivation, helping them in making their dreams a reality. They have people behind them. It's not just them. But we don't think like that. We don't think in terms of having a team behind us. The broke mindset thinks of it's just me, myself, and I. How am I going to do this? How am I going to get myself out of debt? You by yourself, you're not getting yourself out of debt because you don't know how. You by yourself, you're not going to start your own business. Why? Because you by yourself don't know how. You may not have the motivation to do it because there are going to be a lot of uphill battles. There are going to be a lot of obstacles in learning how to get out of debt, learning how to save money, learning how to start your own business. There is going to be a lot of obstacles. And if you're not strong-willed and you don't have a team behind you that's telling you that you can do it, or that's encouraging you to keep going, then chances are you're going to fail. The broke mindset. The broke mindset cares more about how others see them versus how they see themselves. We would rather buy things we can't afford just to look like we have money in the eyes of people. That is so crazy. We would want to look like we have money as opposed to having money for real. That's insane. You'd rather fake like you got it going on as opposed to really have it going on. And you know why? Because it's easier to fake it than make it. So how do we change this broke mindset? Or how do we get rid of this broke mindset? First, we have to acknowledge that we have a broke mindset. I mean, how many of us see our engine light come on and we still drive our car? We know that something is wrong, but as long as the car starts, we're driving it. We know that eventually we're gonna have to bring it in to get looked at, but for now, right now, that engine light is on in your head. You know something's wrong. You know you shouldn't be living from paycheck to paycheck. You know you shouldn't be spending more money than you're receiving. You understand this, but you just can't put your finger on it. You really don't know what's wrong. Thus, in turn, you don't know how to fix your situation. You can't fix your situation just like you can't fix your car when the engine light comes on. You know something is wrong, but you just don't know what it is. So when your engine light comes on, what do you have to do? You have to take your car in and let the mechanic take a look at it and pinpoint the problem. Once he sees the problem, then they can give you the solution. Now, some of us are too prideful. We feel that we're grown and we don't want people to know that we're financially illiterate. If you fall into that category and you feel shame or you feel you're too prideful to get an expert in the field to help you, then the very least you can do is read some books on financial literacy and then map out what you need to do and then get an accountability partner. Someone who can hold you accountable because you're not going to hold yourself accountable. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that you can't hold yourself accountable. I mean, you can't do it by yourself. And here's why. You've been financially literate for so long that when you try to be financially responsible and you get a little resistance, you're naturally going to want to go back to what you know. Think about it. If your friend came to you and said that they think they have a drug problem and they wanted help, what would you tell them? First, you will say, listen, I'm not the person to come to for that because I'm not an expert. And then you would tell them that maybe they should go to a meeting or maybe they should get a sponsor. So you're telling them basically that you're not the expert, that they should go to someone who knows about addiction. Another example, what if another friend came to you and said that, hey, let me do your taxes, but they've never done taxes in their life. Would you let them do it? Now, you don't know anything about saving money or investing, and you got yourself into so much debt, but yet you're not taking the same advice you would give to your friends, which would be talk to somebody who knows what they are doing. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but in order for us to break this broke mindset, we have to go to somebody who knows what they are doing. Someone who can teach us financial literacy or teach us financial responsibility. And there's nothing wrong with learning how to be financially responsible. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame in that. As a matter of fact, you should be mad right now. You should be mad that the school system failed you. You should be mad that they taught you how to be a consumer, but didn't teach you how to be an investor. You should be pissed off, and you should want to get out there and learn as soon as possible how to make money work for you as opposed to you working for money. If this is your first time listening to my podcast, then go to your favorite podcast platform, whether it be Apple, Google Play, Spotify, and, listen to my podcast, man. All I'm trying to do is just put you on to some game. That's all I'm doing. So until next time, get out of your head and into the game.